How's it going, guys? This is Razor Wrath bringing you part 27 of Vampyr. So, part 28 of Vampyr, my mistake. So, gotta talking to our maker again. See what he has to say.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence! I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
Final boss showdown. In the end. Dun dun dun.
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody's this kind of punishment.
Still wanna frickin'... Ah, shit. 24 is way too strong. Okay, bye.
Watch yourself!
Need to level up. I need to raise all this. Whitechapel, she's good enough. Fine. Level 3. Oh, Richard, I can take out now. Camilla's level 5. I could take out everyone but Barrett, except you need Sepis. You're a neurologist. Dude, the farther I get into Whitechapel, it's gonna Oh shit! Okay, fuck. I didn't sign up for this shit. I can't even leave now. Damn it, he won't let me leave. Definitely gotta level up now.
It's locked, all right.
The events are still there, so that's good. Carmelo's gonna hate me, but I already killed Darius. He's got 25,000 something. We are embracing you because we can. Carmelo's gonna. Oh, she's like right here. She's gonna have an arrow. Richard Ninnercott. I got all but one hit.
Flesh, I tell you.
Awesome.
Good evening, Mr. Nithercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. My time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
Still, you don't seem to suffer from poverty.
With thanks to my actually. I'm afraid I would not be able to live on my own without their help.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have not.
All 3 hints. Oh, I don't want to break it now.
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nithercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Well, you have a nice little 3-hint XP. Time to take you out, buddy. He's gonna so hate me.
has no splendor at all. Oh, I see it now. I see it. Oh, the verses I could write.
Camellia has 5,000. I have 3,000. It's all good. XP. She doesn't know what's going on here. And just killed him. Like her lover. Did it again. She was probably in love with Nethercott. I don't know. She's insane. She'd be like, fuck you.
In prison.
You're gonna die. I'm like, no shit, I'm sorry.
By your daily routine.
Cheap price, good quality. Take
Bury
it,
it
don't be
there.
afraid.
Cadigan Bake.
Colossus.
There you are.
Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
Dr. Whitechapel, what an opportunity. My name's Bates, Cadigan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say, a live tenant's a paying tenant.
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's your way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
One hint, I don't.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I got money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good... Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy, man.
I'm no saint, but to take advantage as you do, you are a despicable man who could only prosper in these dark times.
So it's a no, then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swambrer's shit.
What is your business exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
2 hands.
don't approve of your actions, but I know very little about this borough other than its reputation. There are always necessary evils.
A necessary evil. That's one way to think about it. Knew you had more smarts than all immigrants.
Just want to get in so I
Tell
can get
me,
your face.
what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
The violence is news, but it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
How are conditions in Whitechapel at present?
The way this sickness is spreading, I don't think there'll be enough new bloods to replace those tenants I'm losing from this bloody thing.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not really.
Why am I not convinced?
Maybe it's because you lack faith. Being a skeptic must be useful for a man of some...
A man such as yourself, knee-deep in the muck of Whitechapel, must know more. Speak now.
Heard it closed after the owners died. Refugees don't want to come to Whitechapel no more. Scared, I hear.
You sound disappointed.
As long as she was there at the dispensary, it attracted more immigrants and kept my place full. Such a shame.
You're full on Nita's freaking...
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
No, it was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance, Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadigan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
I don't believe even you deserve such a cruel fate, though you have tested my patience beyond its limit.
Glad to hear. Nice to know there's another civilized individual in these parts. Not like those bloody savages.
All three, and you're gonna get...
Goodbye,
here,
Mr.
you're gonna
Bates.
go. You're just a pig. Where are you going, Cadigan? You're just gonna chill right here, okay? I'll come back for you. Gotta go get your coat.
For Christ's sake, I prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
You're for Joe Peterson. Don't worry, I got you. Alright, so we got cold, fatigue, sepsis, fatigue, sepsis. I'll try. Got this. We're gonna get everybody friggin' embraced in Whitechapel. Then we're gonna go get the docks because we just managed to hit up the freaking place as soon as we freaking ran from those enemies. A healthy citizen. So if there's no people alive that are healthy, then drops into chaos. Could have just kept it healthy. I don't fucking know. me to keep people healthy, but it wants me to level up. Or not to level up. Screw that. Nostalgia. One Sepis. Good to go. Goodbye, Whitechapel. The rest of you gonna get dropped. Loading bar, let's go. Come on, buddy. Fatigue.
You again? What do you want this time?
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastard. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
3 hand.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. And people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow, start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak. And there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else. Whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. Died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take Marcy from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
Keep your medicines for others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
How is the sanitaries in Whitechapel?
I'm not easily scared, but crazy killers and armed patrols are lurking about. Must write about this place.
27,000. You're a kind-hearted person, but the Wet Boot Boys is not okay. I'm gonna kill them too, and you're the muscle, so I'm killing you too. Can't be going killing people, buddy. Your son will be taken care of too. We'll be together. Goodbye, Joe.
My son. Who will take care of him? Was I a good father?
Yes, you were, Joe. Yes, you were. Sepis with all 3 hints.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure.
Goodbye.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Your father and Mr. used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got a job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. I'll find my place.
You and your father have a difficult relationship, Harry. Tell me, did he ever hurt you?
No, never. My father can be brutal and rude, violent even. But he never touched an hair on my head.
What is going on between you two then?
Job. If you can call it a job. He bullies people. Men and women we know, like poor Mr. Lewis. It's just not right.
Do you need any medical help?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Well, if you're not happy, then let me just ease that pain. Be with your dad. Time to embrace you. Bye, Peter. Your pain and suffering is over.
Death is so cold. I hoped it would be more meaningful.
Nope. Joe's barb cudgel. Got a blue item. Sweets. 20,000. Barry at Lewis. Cadigan Bates.
Mr. Bates.
Evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Well, guys, that wraps up this one. Stay tuned for part 28 of Vampyr, where we take out Cadigan and the rest of the docs. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and this is Razorwrath. Peace out.